Welcome back to another episode. Bluegrass Trapper here, and my better half sitting right here with me on the four-wheeler. We're out here starting this new episode, checking traps in the rain. Yeah, buddy. Almost at the first couple of sets, and looks like we got Mr. Ricky in a DP, which is great. So I put that dog proof there. I have a set right here, dirt hole, and back there behind him I got a T-bone set. Only thing wrong with this, a few leaves blew into it. But that's why those DPs are so handy, because you can save some of your other sets. That's a good sized coon. He don't look all that big, but it's, whew, he's toe caught in that too. He's only got a toe in there. I better get him took care of. So that's what I like about DPs right here. Simple as it gets. You can get setters for these too, but I do them by hand most of the time. I don't remember exactly where I had this stuck in the ground, but you just stick them in the ground like that. I got corn and cat food mixture here. Put a little bit of that in there, about just over the pan. I'm gonna put some of Blakely's coon syrup. Smear a little bit of that, entice them. I'll put that marshmallow, and it's mainly to keep the weather out, and they also like to eat them. And that's a done set, ready for another one. Yeah, buddy. Just like we wanted in the dog proof. We've been taking them off of this place, a bunch of turkey egg eaters, but I had a dirt hole set right here by this log. It used to be a T-bone set. About to turn it into a dirt hole set. Kind of crusted over. I may need to fix it a little. But anyway, dog proof right there to protect this, and I done caught a couple possums and a coon out of it, so that's what we want. I'm going to get him out of there and go on to the next set. Y'all stay with me. All right, boys. Woo, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all stay with me here. For a Kentucky yote, not bad, not bad. Good looking cow, it's got decent fur on it. And that set's been soaking there for, I don't know, a week or so. Just a dirt hole. Had coons messed with it one time, redid it. And I couldn't tell you what I had in there. I'm the world's worst keeping track. I gotta start writing all that down. Actually, I like using Onyx. The Onyx app helps me out a lot. On this farm, I just hadn't started on it yet. I gotta go through and mark every set, what I use and all that stuff. Cause I'll forget. I mean, you get 10, 15 sets out. And right now, all I got sets is one farm. So it's been a little slow, but after Thanksgiving, I plan on setting up some other farms. And yeah, buddy, fresh blood for this year. Something about trapping the coyote, though, it's different than anything else. I don't know, it gets addicting. Amanda's like, shoot that sucker. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna do this remake real quick on camera here, and I'll show y'all what I had, the best I can make it back. A lot of times on these remakes on coyotes, As long as it ain't tore up too bad, I go back in the same catch circle. I caught many of them like that. There probably are some circle shy coyotes, but I catch them in the circle all the time. It's a little male. I don't know if he was by himself or not. It's a good chance he wasn't. But now, all this scent from this coyotes here, it actually helps the set. When the traps are this muddy, I like to snap them off a time or two, and that'll char some of that dirt loose from them so you can get it out. We had some rain, the last couple of days. Probably about good enough for now on that. Trap bed, you can still see a little bit of my peat moss down there. I just had bedded in peat moss. I'm not using any pan covers. It was kind of a trench set, what it was. See if I can find that hole. Yeah, right there. Yeah, he didn't even get the bait. It's right here on the drill. I need to try to sling that off. I might get my other gloves in a minute and stick that down in the hole again. Still got a lot of smell on it. On these Duke 550s, I always like to clean these little build-up spots of any dirt or anything. And that way if there's dirt build up there and these two hit, it'll hold them open just a little bit. I need to go down with the sides right here a little bit for the levers. Actually, I think I had this trap sitting in there that way before. Dig a nice deep spot in the middle. All that chain swivels and all that can lay down in. Yeah, I had it laying the other way before, but since I done this, I have to change it this way. It ain't gonna set right. Which is fine. I just leave that pan up until I got it fairly close. Then I'll pull it down till it clicks. Now, got a nice level pan. Now I'll take the dry peat moss. The drier it is, the better it works. It's a little spongy if it's not dry. I'll pack that around the pan, and that's spongy enough to let that pan go off even if it gets underneath it. That's the way I had it catching this one. And I use it like that. And that way I don't have to put a pan cover or nothing under the pan, just peat moss. If I'm not using peat moss, I like to use polyfill and put it underneath the pan. Get it out of an old dollar store pillow or whatever. Now that's solid. That's what you want. Nothing moving. There's a little bit of movement back here. Just need to tighten that up a little. I can do that with the hammer. Now there's nothing moving. Just like that. And put a little bit of peat moss over the levers just to keep everything nice and dry around the trap, because we're supposed to be getting some colder weather. And that's it on that. Now I'll blend it in with dirt from around the set. If I ain't got enough around here, I'll go dig some up. A lot of times you can find enough. That's kind of muddy right there. May have to go dig me up a little bit of dirt here. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. I'll give it a good packing after I get all that fresh dirt on top, but I'm gonna come over here and try to dig me up a little bit of fresh dirt. Don't take a lot, just enough to blend it in a little. I know some people use peat moss on top. I like to blend it in with whatever's natural around the area. I have a hard time getting them to step on that peat moss by itself. I've seen people do it, but coyotes around here just don't seem to like it for some reason. Now you can find your pan like that and make sure you don't push down, and you can pack just like make a donut around it. And then you smoothing that back over. Make sure there's no pan, nothing sticking up. And then another thing I do sometimes on these coyote sets is I will just put little guiding clunks of dirt. All it is. It's not, you don't want to, if they feel guided in, pushed in, they'll avoid it. But just little spots of dirt like that, and it just looks kind of natural, and they'll try to avoid stepping on those. I want them to step right here. There's a nice smooth spot for them to step right in the middle. And kind of the way I did that in my hand, it almost looks like a track already in it. But anyway, that's the set. I'm now just got to bait and lure it. Get my pharmacy here. I got all kind of stuff in here. First, I'm going to take this old bait. Still got a lot of smell on it. That hole's good and deep. Got room for it. Put it in there. Probably wouldn't need nothing else, but I'm going to put a little bit of Top Dog from Hoosier Trapper Supplies on this new sheep's wool. And drop it down in there and push it down. For the coyotes, it ain't got to be but about 8 or 10 inches deep, 12. But a coon will reach in there and reach that, so you need it, I like them about a foot deep. And now the whole area smells like coyote, like I said, but just for something different, I'm gonna put a little stealth paw from Reynolds. I don't even know what's in it. It says it's good for fox, coyote, and bobcat. It's a pretty strong lure, but it'll be different than this coyote smell. So it'll smell like another animal's been here, or whatever. All right, that's a done set right there, y'all. All right, y'all, we're back out here on the trap line. Me and Amanda are out here checking traps this morning. Originally had a T-bone set behind that log. You might remember in the last video, but I made it into a dirt hole set. Then I had the dog proof over here to kind of protect it. And we got a double right here on coons. I've been catching them here one at a time, but I guess today, time to catch two. But that's number 13, or no, number 11, I believe, coons off of this place. So 4 or 5 of them were caught right here. So anyway, I'm gonna get these two took care of, remake those 2 sets. And it's a little muddy this morning, but do the best I can and move on. Y'all stay with me. All right, there's the 2 coons that we got out of the traps. There's the DP remade. All I'm using in that is cat food corn mix with some of Blakely's coon syrup. I've been using that and it's working really well. He's got a couple different kinds. And then over here we have a dirt hole set. It used to be a T-bone set, but I put a dirt hole down in there, put some Top Dog and some of Reynolds, Top Dog down the hole, some of Reynolds stealth paw smeared on the log. In case a bobcat comes through this bottom. Looks like a good spot for any animal to come through. I know the coons and possums like it. Yeah, buddy, ready for more action? Y'all stay tuned.